I had a pleasant meeting with Senator McConnell this morning. He has announced to his caucus that he is willing to have a up or down vote on DHS full funding and some kind of a vote on Collins. The problem is, everybody, I'm waiting to hear from the Speaker. We have to make sure that people understand the bicameral nature of this Congress that we serve in. So to have Senator McConnell just pass the ball over to the House isn't going to do the trick. I'm waiting to hear from the Speaker. He's indicated to me through his staff that he'll be in touch sometime soon, and until that time comes, I think we're where we were. And that is, we're willing to debate anything they want dealing with immigration after we fund Homeland Security. This is extremely important. We've talked about it today on many different occasions. We need to protect our homeland. We have people being beheaded, people being stacked in cages. One of them has been burned in a cage. We have the direct threat to our malls around America, and we have to be as prepared for these bad people as ISIS is prepared and these other terrorist groups to do harm to us. Senator Durbin.
It's hard to believe we're talking about another government shutdown. Think about that. In less than 4 days, the prospects of shutting down the one agency that's supposed to keep America safe. How did this new Republican majority reach this point? Frankly, they forgot the obvious. First, defend America, protect America, pass the Homeland Security bill. Second, it's within their power to call anything they wish for us to consider next. If it's immigration, so be it. But our first responsibility is to protect this country and to protect it against the threat of terrorism. The Department of Homeland Security can do that only if it's fully funded. Why they decided to choose this department as the whipping boy when it came to this whole immigration debate is beyond me. But now we know how dangerous this strategy is to the security of this country. If we're going to avoid a government shutdown on the Department of Homeland Security, we need a commitment from Speaker Boehner that we have a bipartisan, bicameral approach to end this deadlock.
Sure.
Well, our position stays the same. We're happy to debate any immigration bill that Senator McConnell wants when there's full funding of Homeland Security. As any fourth grader in his civics class can tell you, it takes 2 houses to fully fund a department, as well as the President's signature. So where's the House? Where's Speaker Boehner? Is he willing to fully fund Homeland Security, or will he stick to a position, oh no, we're going to hold Homeland Security hostage unless we get our way on immigration? So now all eyes are on Speaker Boehner. Will he fully fund Homeland Security in a separate bill, send it to the President for signature, and then both houses can debate immigration as long as the majority in each house wants to? Or is he going to go back to his old way and say, I'll do this, that, or the other thing, but I won't fully fund Homeland Security? Without Speaker Boehner saying that he will fully fund Homeland Security, Senator McConnell's offer does not get the department funded. And we need the department funded. We don't need a bill. We need money to go to our police, our firefighters, and the people protecting us, especially during these times when security is at risk.
Senator Murray.
A year and a half ago, the Republicans shut the government down, the entire government down, because they were holding the funding bills hostage to a political issue. They found out how that worked for them not well. And we need to do today what we did last time, fund the government. Only this time, it is a critical agency that protects every single American that they're holding hostage to a political issue. We are willing to debate political issues, but we're not going to hold funding bills hostage to those issues like we didn't last time, or this time, or in the future. The issue is very simple. Fully fund the Department of Homeland Security. And now it's up to Speaker Boehner to make sure that he does just what he did a year and a half ago, fund Department of Homeland Security.
Go ahead, Harry.
Senator Reed, so if the Speaker says he'll vote between the DHS and the floor and he can get the votes for it, you'll let the Senate get on the common. We must be very clear.
We want to make sure, as we have, there was a consent agreement on the floor, they rejected it. President can sign a bill, we'll come back, start debating immigration in 10 minutes if they want. So the answer to your question is yes. If he says that he will agree to full funding, we'll be happy to debate anything he wants dealing with immigration.
Senator McConnell basically just said right before you, he's prepared to vote very quickly on cleaning the DHS funding bill, wait for consent, and send it back over to the House. The opportunity to be in Boehner's hand. Are you saying you would object to that until you have a conclusion from Speaker Boehner? You would block the
Unless the speaker's in on the proposal, of course we have to make sure that we get a bill to the president, not that we send a hot potato to Boehner. That doesn't do the trick. We're being very hypothetical here. We have said for 4 weeks now, we must fund Homeland Security. We can't do it alone. It's a bicameral legislature. Unless Boehner's in on the deal, it won't happen.
Senator, does that mean you want a commitment from Speaker Boehner, or would you like to see a DHS bill signed into law before you debate immigration?
If Speaker Boehner says that's what they'll do, I take his word for it.
Senator Reid, is your bandage gone for good now, and is this a sign you're getting better?
We're working on my beauty here.
For a change of
Yeah, I've got these on. Tomorrow we're going to try some other things. I can see out of my right eye, just not very well, and it hasn't healed. I have to be a patient. So I appreciate your interest, but it's the best I can do.
Senator, so a judge has said this project is illegal. There are no
What project?
The president's amnesty for $5 million.
He said what?
Amnesty.
Now, you're making things up, my man. What the judge in Texas has said is that the Administrative Procedures Act was not passed. He never, ever said that anything that the president did was unconstitutional.
Correct. If you have any polls suggesting that your position on this is popular,
I'm sorry,
do
what?
you have any polls that say your position on backing the president's measure is popular?
I don't know what's popular. I just know what's the right thing to do in my mind, and the right thing to do is to make sure that we don't run up another, like the Collins, her amendment, increases the debt by $7.5 billion. We don't want to do that. We want to continue moving forward, improving the economy of this country.
Senator Reid, do you need from Speaker Boehner an assurance that he would bring the bill up, or would you need to see it actually pass the House?
Well, we're into a lot of he says, they say, who says. When Speaker Boehner wants to talk to me, I'll talk to him, and with his permission, I'll share his conversation with everybody here. Until then, we're where we are. We need Homeland Security fully funded. Remember, we are a matter of hours away from that being totally shut down. Unless there's an agreement, there's no way we can get that done by Saturday at noon. There's no way. Procedurally, there's no way it can get done unless there's an agreement to get it done. And we're waiting to hear from the Speaker to make sure that the government security protecting our homeland is funded, period.
Thank you.